Okay, finals review. Again, in the coming days, I'll go over some of the problems that are going to be on your final. It says a recording studio charges members $50 to record an album. Studio time also costs $35 per hour. Find how many months will cost $400. That's what you're finding. How many months is it going to take for the cost to get up to $400? So I've underlined the units. I have the money and the hours. There are 2 units. So with 2 units, we want to make these boxes on the side. This box is identifying my variables and the rate of change, the per. This box is for my line, and this box is to write the equation and put the number in it. That's always how we should set up 2 units to be solved in a story problem. Again, I have 2 units underlined, so you're going to make these 3. So in the first box, we write down our 2 units, okay? Dollars and hours. Okay. We want the hours to be X, and we want the dollars to be Y. Now, you write the word per. Whatever the X is goes on the bottom, per hour. Just make it singular. You don't need to make it plural. And then on top is the Y unit, which is dollars. Now go see if we have a dollars per hour. If we do, we have the number already. If we don't have one, we're going to use Y minus Y, X minus X. That's dollars, but it's not per hour. That's dollars, that is per hour. Okay, so 35 is dollars per hour. We know that. Okay, now go Y, MX, Y, and right away you cross out your M because we have a number that goes in for that, which is 35. 35X. Now, you also need to take this out, your beginning Y, not the end Y, but the beginning, okay? And see if you have a dollars amount that starts before $35 per hour. So just look before it, and we have an amount. We have $50. Okay, so 50. Okay, well now I can write my equation. It's 50 plus 35x equals y. Okay, so 50 plus 35x equals y. And now take the final value in the problem, the $400, and we put that into the equation to solve for the number of months. So $400 is going into that equation. Now if you don't know what letter you're going to put it in for, you go look up here. Now it's labels dollars. Dollars means it goes in for Y. Okay, so we have to get the Y out of there. There's no number in front of it, so I don't need a parentheses. I can just scribble it out. And now I have to get the X by itself. It is not by itself. You need to dot it and circle it. And outside you have 50. So you're going to minus 50, minus 50. So 35.x equals 350. And then divide both sides by 35. And that's 10. X equals 10. So 10 months. Okay, next. Your gym membership costs $33 per month after an initial membership fee. You paid a total of $228 after 6 months, so find the total cost after 9 months. Once again, I have 2 units underlined, the dollars and the months, so that's again 2 units. So with 2 units, we want to format the problem like this. Just like that. Okay, my 2 units are the dollars and the months. X stands for the months, and Y stands for the dollars. It says it in the problem that dollars needs to be the Y variable, months needs to be the X. Then per. Whatever the X is goes on the bottom. Whatever the Y is goes above it. So go find a dollar amount that takes place every month, per month. Well, $33 per month, okay? So I can put 33 right there. So I don't need to use any formula to figure it out. It's right there in the problem for me. Then I make a line. This Y stands for the beginning point, and then MX is up the line, and then Y. But we need to get rid of this M right away and put 33. So it's 33x. Now we also need to eliminate the beginning Y. Now do I have an amount that came before? Here's 33. Do I have an amount that came before 33? Not that I see, so I'm going to figure out what it actually is. And that is Y equals M dot X plus B. And we are going to need to do the combo for that. Combo needs to be one of each of these two units. It has to appear in the same sentence. So in this sentence, $33 doesn't have anything with it. And by the way, I've already put 33 down, so that's not part of the combo. It said you paid a total of $228 after 6 months. Well, that's in the same sentence, so that can be my combo. $228, put the label with it, and 6 months. Okay, now I got to decide which one's the X, which one's the Y. So 228 is dollars, and dollars is Y. So this is Y, and then the months would be X. So now what I do is I scribble out these first 3 letters. And the M is this 33 up here. Remember I had M and then I crossed it out like that. Okay, then I know 228 is my Y. And then dot next to 33 and 6 is my X. So I have 228, then the equal sign, and then I need to take 33 times 6. 33 times 6 is 198. And then plus B. Now you always want to put a 1 in front of your B and circle it. You can dot it if you want. So we need to get rid of the 198, and you do that by subtracting because it's positive. So minus 198 and minus 198. Okay, so I take 228 minus 198, and that's 30. So 30 equals 1 dot B, but having I can divide by 1, but I would suggest you just cross it out as long as it's a 1, which it always is on B. So that 30 goes here. All right, now I can write my equation down here. 30 plus 33x equals y. Okay, so the final value in the problem is the 9 months. I use that to get my answer for dollars, so 9 months. Okay, so months is the label, so that would go in for X. 9 months equals X. So here's my X, but there's a 33 in front of it, so I would want to put it in parentheses before I scribble it out. And then I put 9, and then X is gone. Now the Y is all by itself, so I just plug this into the calculator. So plug into calculator. Why can you do that? Because the other letter that you're left with is all by itself. Okay. So 30 plus 33 times 9, or parentheses 9, is 327. So 327 equals Y. Okay, number 3. A camp, there's supposed to be a P with that. A camp charges a registration fee and an amount each day. If the total bill for one camper was $338 for 12 days, the total bill for the same camper was $506 after 19 days. How much will the total bill be for a camper who enrolls in 30 days, for 30 days? So basically I want to know how much money will 30 days cost. Okay, so again, there's 2 units underlined, so it's 2 units. So with 2 units, we want to format our problem this way to determine the relationship. So I've got dollars and I've got days. Dollars, well, dollars is going to be the Y because that's what it says. Dollars is Y, and then the days are X because time unit is always X. And then per, we always put the X label below per and the Y label right there. Okay, now go find a dollar amount, but it's got to take place either per day or each day. Well, that doesn't say per day or each day. That's for 12 days, so I don't put 338. $506, nope, that's not per day. That's not each day. So basically, I don't know what to put here. So I'm going to use my Y minus Y divided by X minus X formula. So the Y is the dollars. You have got to put the dollars on top because that's Y and X is days. So find your first dollar amount you get $338 minus, then what's your other dollar amount's $506. $338 minus $506. Now, what are your days? Well, the 12 days is in the same sentence as 338, so 12 goes below that. And the other days I have is 19. Okay, so I'm going to take 338 minus 506. I got negative 168. And 12 minus 19 is negative 7. Now I divide those two. Negative 168 divided by negative 7 is 24. Now take that 24 and put it right here because that's your dollars per day. Again, this is the one to use to figure out the per. Okay, so the line is always Y, X, and Y with an M right here. And we get rid of the M right away and we put that 24 that's now over there. Now I also need to find my beginning point because there was a registration fee you had before you paid for every day. Okay, well, I didn't even have this 24 in the problem, so I really don't know what to put. So if I know I don't have anything before 24 that I can actually put down there, I need to use the Y equals M dot X plus B. And I know that I need a combo to use that in a story problem. It's got to be a combo of each of the 2 units. Okay, 338 and 12 are in the same sentence. I mean, here's a period, and then here's a period. So $338 for 12 days. So 338 with a money sign, and then 12 days. It helps if you put the labels down. Okay, so that's dollars, and dollars is Y. So this is going in for Y. And then 12 days, days is X. Okay, so I can now get rid of these 3 things, and I know the M comes from up here. That's 24, comes from the first box we did. Then the Y is the 338, and I need to multiply the 24 times the 12, because it's M times X. So I have 338. 24 times 12 is 288. And then I have to add my B in there, but I'm going to put a 1 in front of it, dot it, and circle it. So this 288's got to go to the other side of the equation. So I subtract 288, subtract 288. So 50 equals 1 dot B, but if your dot number's a 1, you don't really have to divide, because dividing by 1 is just the same thing. So 50 is what I put at the beginning. So now I can write my equation. We started paying a one-time $50 fee plus $24 every day. I don't know how many 24s there are, so that's why we put X and then equals Y. Okay, now I take my final value, 30 days down here. Because after all, that's why I want to find out how much 30 days cost, and now I'm in a good position to do that. And it's days, so the days are X. So here's my X. I'm going to scribble it out, but there's a 24 in front of it, so I need to separate it from the 24 with a parentheses, scribble it out, and then put 30. Okay, and then the letter I have left is the Y. Well, the Y has nothing with it, so I can just plug it into my calculator. The sentence, 50 plus 24, parentheses, 30, 770. Okay, PetSmart sells dogs and cats from the Humane Society. Dogs cost $300 each, while cats cost $50 each. The store raises a total of $4,450 if they sold 12 dogs, and all I got to find out is how many cats they sold. So there's only one answer. But there's dogs underlined, there's cats underlined, and there's money underlined. So this is not 2 units, this is 3 units. So instead of making the 3 boxes on the side of the paper, we're going to make our chart. Okay, so I have the total, and then total with a $sign, because $sign is one of the units, and then the money for a single, and then how many, and then the dogs and cats. Okay, there's only one total cost, and it is $4,450. You can go cross that out. Now look for a how many. That means a non-money amount. How many actual units do you have? Well, that has money. That doesn't belong here. That has money. Not in this row. Okay, 12's not money, but it's not. It says 12 dogs. Okay, so 12 is going here, and then I'm going to black that out, because I can just put X here and that row is complete with everything I need to know. Okay, and the second row, we're always going to black that out. Now I'm looking for money amounts. Dogs, $300. Cross that out. Cats are $50. Cross out the 12 too. And cats are $50. Okay, 12 times 300 is going to be 3,600. And then I take X times 50, and that's 50X. Well, there's only one X number down here, so it's 50. So I just write the equation. I don't really add anything to it. I just have 50X. Then before I get here, I need to add the 3,600, and then equals the total cost. Okay, so I'm going to dot my 50, and then just go from there. So 50.x equals 850. Divide both sides by 50. And 85 divided by 850 divided by 50, I think it's 17. Yep. That's the only answer you had to find. Okay. So with 2 units, you want to do this, okay? But with 3 units, you're going to need to use your chart.